nwa okorobịa ahụ bụ sọọsọ otu nwa nne ya mụrụ. Nne ya na onwe ya bụ nwaanyị ajadu. Ka Jesu fụrụ nwaanyị a, ebere nwaanyị eme ya, ọ sị ya ebezina. Ihe m na onwe m na-arịọ Jesu nta bụ ka ebere m memene gị. Ihe m na-arịọ ya n'isi gị nta bụ Jesu biko ebere nwaanyị a mee gị, ebere nwoke a mee gị, ebere nwa okorobịa a mee gị, ebere nwa agbọghọbịa a mee gị. You know our condition. The only son of a widow and already a young man being carried to be buried. Lord, you know what it means. You are an only son of a virgin, and you knew the pain your mother would experience at Calvary. Mary ji mere nwaanyị ajadu ebere, wee sị ya nwaanyị ebezina. Ebezina na Chukwu nọ nso. Ebezina na Chukwu nọ nso. Oyoyo nwa m ebezina na nso. Ọmarịcha nwa m ebezina na Chukwu nọ nso. 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 Ezigbo nwa m ebezina na Chukwu nọ. In the first reading, we find a very tragic situation. A woman, a widow, who had an only son also. And she was on her own, and Elijah came and saw her in the midst of difficulty. Munya biaga. Maybe Elijah mirne munya biaga. Maki Jayan and the prophet of Baal. Elijah met this woman and asked her a favor. Biko, give me some bread and bring me some water. The woman said, what are you asking of me? I have nothing except the economy and one. Eventually, Elijah persuaded the woman, and the woman granted that request. And Elijah came to stay in her house. And Ogwo Elijah ne chukwo nefe kwozria, that her only child died. Osia, hi, nwoke ha ibyo bajabo nye biagboye. Waiting concern me with you. What is my problem with you? Why did you come here to kill my son? A similar thing happened also in the second book of Kings with the successor of Elijah, the prophet Elisha. Chapter 4 of the book of Kings, second book of Kings, chapter 4, from verses 17 to 37. When Elisha, she was passing, this woman told the husband, it seems this man is a special man of God. Let us prepare him a place where he can stay in her own goodness. Elisha passed and stayed in their house for some time. And after some time, as he was going, he asked them, well, what can I do for you? I no beg you. Carry your wahala, go. Thank you very much. Go. No, I have to do something for you. Okay. They have no child, though. I say, okay, by this time next year, you will bear a child. Emecherezoku, the woman Motangwa, and as he just grew up and was about to start Jeneyos, Ishimo, as in a one out for the Negatoni, or my driver gave the motor DN on the garage. With that chariot, also saw DSI Jacowin, Osia Kabema Abia. When she went to Elisha, said, Adoramagongwa. Did I ask you for anything? Oh, you wanted to show me how powerful you are by using your power to cause me suffering. Now that I have held a baby in my hand, you have taken it. Elisha said, Zongo diboe, Worum Broha, Jade said the woman will take this rod and place it on him, and he will rise. Why is here in a main work? When I have to go here, I'm not leaving you. Elisha followed her, and we know also that that child rose. But think of the condition of all of us as human beings. You will be doing your best to do God's will. And what you meet, problem. What you meet, suffering. Some of you here have no jobs because you have no money to bribe anybody. You are looking for a job, and somebody is telling you to bring 200,000 naira so that he will give you a job. And when 200,000 naira, I'm going to charge you. And of course, they will collect it and they won't give you anything. Some of our girls are not married. And what seems to be their only crime is that they are good Catholic girls. They are not moving from one party to another. They are not moving from one reception to another. They are not moving from one home to another. And they say they don't want to lose their faith as Catholics. They remain pure. And the only people who will come around are those who don't even believe in what she believes. Promotion. When last did anybody remember you for promotion and where you are working? How many times have people been pushed from behind? Possibly because you are constantly insisting that this is the way things will be done. And all you get as a reward, punishment, victimization, discrimination. Ebezina na chukwu nọ nso. Ebezina na chukwu nọ nso. Oyoyo nwa m ebezina na chukwu nọ nso. Ọmarịcha nwa m ebezina na chukwu nọ nso. Ebezina. Every Nigerian now is a special economist. Only in Nigeria now is a specialist in economics. Now, what is the rate of inflation? Everybody here now knows the rate of inflation. Only one day, my sister and econom na jerje guti henen kwe bagwa. Na gote di he gote burk monye baro nwatakiri baro mo vulite ni ya goter. Wanche kwa iri he kwa iburu si madam. No kwa 200 naira. Bo worum ko shwa si 200 naira. Si elme uneji 15 naira. Biso gab 200. What's your madam? Enu legne dollar mar. Everybody knows ihe ofu mkpụrụ tomato nada. One tomato gab amamoga oro shimene 500 garne 1000. And to make matters worse, amangundas nehe shimbe heshi. Bi vukoro agbogboli ile no ni masha tori oba tori gbeze. Vukoro all of them nehe jije konje me factory amamiya na ara na China eji bia vukori. Oga bi pieri masha ihu egi ijego mi ihuguta ego iji jeko ni ya bi masha. Anyi leg na ada. Everybody is in trouble. But there's one thing we also forget. Only one day, baby one day, I from Rome. One woman, very claim, Agne Kugi Hejari, Gihe Jaco, Gary Jaco, Fed woman a check there. When name see the Gi Duraka be Nachanine. Bossy Aya Durgun. Nkuna Budoge go ribono nada. Nenke be gogu. Nege nwetele pietele eka. Bego ya je gogu. Ne shad gji. And I got more than 10 years original. For some, it is not even enough that they have no jobs. They even have to suffer pain, illness. Sometimes your own problem name utagonwa. Some guests na say magia jahumadi. Me ya blable na ya akpora akpo. Nke ge bu na lemara me mutagonwa. Sometimes ne mutama mana si ihe na mo bu nwoke ị ga achọ nwanyị. Ma bụ na ihe na mo bu nwanyị ị ga achọ nwoke. How often does it happen to us? Ni na ya humoye na achọ so me chukwunye esofu nwanyị. Ọmụta data nwanyị. Ma bụ so chukwunye esofu nwoke, ọmụta data nwoke. Ọhọm vuru ụzọ nwụọ. Ihuchele go nye umeri. Jesus knows. Jesus knows you are going through these things. Because as he was passing through the village of Nain, she didn't beg anything. She was simply weeping her soul out. And perhaps even some of them were professional mourners and undertakers. Ndapams. Kekwane hega agkomegu. Gokone egwu na-evu nwa onye ọzọ jekọ njeli evurozi nwa onye ọzọ gara ga-evu kwụnkọ nwaanyị ga-anọ mbọ nọ akwa. Of course, many of us have learned even today. Ọnwụgbo eje hayata professional undertakers ha ga-evu ozu nwa gị ozu nne gị ozu nna gị ozu di gị ozu nwunye gị teko n'egwu itere egwu soro ha. Jesu nejen goga hedonwe. Ne na ayoyo. But at least if you are grieving, he will notice it. And there's something he will do to you that will bring back life in you, if not at least immediately in the other person, in you. We know. No tutore bube Jesu Bomakana rioria, like the one. This 7th chapter of Luke, from verses 1 to 10, this one, nobody begged him anything. The two things we learn from this miracle, number one, our life is full of suffering and unexplainable, inexplicable suffering. ọtụtụ ahụhụ anyị na-ata na ndụ anyị enweghị nkọwa. Ejekwula onye prophet ma ọ ka the reason. There is no reason. It's a mystery. Because ijekwurie ovubo nigi maọbụ vubo naga maọbụ nwunye di gị maọbụ nwanne gị nwoke na ọbịa na ahụ na gụkwanya. Na ana m agwa unu na ha soro onye ebe a na-awa anyị kpakala ga na-awa anyị ya ọ ga-ahụgo m. As often as you go to these seers, they will always tell you the reason why you are suffering, even when there is no reason that we can explain as human beings. If we hear why do the just suffer? But Christ knows. Jesus mara na nwanyị abụ nwanyị ajadu mu ihe abụ ekpụrụtụ nwa n'oji. Sometimes some of us are walking corpses. Some of us are spiritually, morally dead, and we are still walking. Agevuje komanyi jeli. Ekwensu gage komanyi egwu because we are approaching the grave. And sometimes the people accompanying us, but mourners, and we do not know they are mourners. We think they are people who are promoting us. Yes, they are promoting our death. Some of the things in the village, you become powerful and popular in your community. You come to the church, you become the greatest launcher. We will congratulate you, we will clap for you. But you know how you made your money. You know how you reached where you reached. You know the sinful life you are living. And John tells us that some sins are deadly. But somebody is weeping. Everyone knows makanjo like that. Somebody is weeping. Your mother. Your mother is weeping. And as far as you are concerned, or as far as she is concerned, also where Bruno with 1 billion children, you are the only one. Who is that your mother? The church. 9 Saboka. Each time we are living in sin, she is weeping. And Christ sees those tears. Anomaka anya miri enekwa n'anya na njọ anyị kama lekwasị anya n'okwukwe. Let us add n'anya mmiri nke nzukọ. And because of that, Christ touches the wounds. He tells them to stop. Ihe ọgụgụ sị anyị, translation asịrị anyị, ndị bụ igbe ozu ahụ. There was no igbe that time. There was no coffin. Ime aga ndị be anyị na-eji evuru ozu na-akpata. He touched them and they did what? Do you ever stop? Do you ever stop and let something different happen in your life? Rush, 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 activity. Time be He touched them and they stopped. If he touches you today, stop. Stop so that some new life will come into you. Stop so that you change direction. And he told the young man, stand up. The power of Christ over any situation, even the most hopeless. The precarious nature of human life. We are constantly living in misery and in danger, number one. The compassion of Jesus Christ. He feels our pains because he knows our condition. That's number 2. And number 3, the most important, the power of God in your life, in my life. Yem nario ezechite okeka be ebere mu megi. Yem nario anishigi be ebere ye megi. Mo metu eka stop. And Oga Hekun, even if he's passing by, let him not forget you are there with your pains and your tears. Let him stop. And please hear my cry. Pass me not, O gentle Savior. Hear my humble cry. And while others you are calling, do not pass me. Savior, while on others thou art calling, do not pass me by. Let me at thy throne of mercy find a sweet relief, kneeling there in deep contrition, help my unbelief. Savior, trusting only in thy merit, would I seek thy face. Heal my wounded, broken spirit. Save me by thy grace. Savior, hear my humble cry, while on others thou art calling, do not pass me by. Thou, the spring of all my comfort, you are more than life to me. Whom have I on earth beside thee? None. Whom